Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to tonight's Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series at the Long Pond. Tonight we take the green flag to Pocono. This is going to be, we call it the Tricky Triangle, Long Pond. Yeah, you know, many different names that you could call this. But tonight, right now, Gabriel Ellison is out there turning his laps for qualifying. And there's Brandon Bullock. Or I'm sorry. Was I right on that? Brandon Bullock? No, that was Max Steck. I'm sorry. Didn't have my notes in front of me. I apologize. There's Clinton Snead making his way around the track. Only 2 races left before the Championship 16 has started. Next week we go to the Daytona Road Course, and then we head right into the playoffs. 3 races, and then the final race at Hotlanta. Right now, Gabriel Ellison has the fastest lap on the track, running a 55.68, and Max Steck just behind him running a 55.83. And of course, our championship leader right now, Rhett Tucker sends it hard into that outside wall in turn 2. Let me give you all a perspective of this track in case you don't know. Let me find it. I know I have it here somewhere. Yada yada. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, here we go. Right there. That is the shape of this track. That's why they call it the Tricky Triangle, because no degree and no angle in these corners is the same. Oh, getting loose there coming out of pits is Rhett Tucker. Maybe tonight might be the night that we see Rhett Tucker have a hard time. Dylan Falovich out there on the track right now, that number 48. Let me take a look at the point standings right now. I know it's a tight race up at the front. Right now, Rhett Tucker has a 5-point lead over Gabriel Ellison, and then about a 57-point lead over Dylan Falovich in third, Clinton Snead in fourth, Clinton Castleberry fifth, Chris Cinnamon in sixth, Max Steck in seventh, Brandon Bullock in 8th, Justin Lumpkin in 9th, and Tony Smith in 10th. That's your top 10 in points as of last week. I know Rhett Tucker trying to turn a lap. Oh, gets really coming through that second turn gets really tricky for a lot of people. But now Tucker has turned a lap time, ran a 56.14. Doing a great job. Now that he's gained control of that car. He was struggling there a little bit in the beginning. Right now his, I'm going to call his arch nemesis, Gabriel Ellison. These guys are going to make it an interesting battle here. I really don't know who could possibly win the championship out of these two, Gabriel Ellison and Rhett Tucker, because for all we know, that something could happen where they don't make it into that final race. I don't see why they wouldn't, but let's take a look at the schedule. After tonight, we go into Daytona, the Florida Sunset 250K. And the playoffs begin at Michigan, then Chicagoland, then Darlington. So three very different tracks. And ending at Darlington for those three races really is going to be challenging. So while these guys get ready to grid up, I want to bring you all of the action that the NSCRA has to offer week in and week out. They have truck series. They have a lot of different things going on. They have truck series, cup series, the NASRA. I get so mixed up with all my words and letters. They got a midget series, a super speedway series. Got a lot going on here, and let's just go ahead and take a look where else you could catch them. And we are back here at Pocono, just waiting for the grid to happen. Let's see how much time we got left in practice here, or in qualifying. Let's see. Well, I've lost what I'm looking for. Oh, it looks like there it is. There's the end of qualifying. Looks like tonight we'll be doing 80 laps here at Pocono. Such an iconic track. I was never fond of it. Just because, I don't know, I've always not done well at this track when I've raced at it, but that was when I was younger. Now I'm older, I kind of like the track. It's actually fun to watch now, now that they're having something's going on with my camera angle. Sorry. There we go. Trying to see the grid. But now it's, now I'm older, track is actually fun to watch. The races are fun to watch. Haven't been there myself yet. Do want to make it out there one day. I do like that this year. Well, we got a doubleheader last year, but no fans due to COVID. But this year, once again, Pocono doing the doubleheader weekend. I think it's a fantastic idea. Wouldn't mind it if maybe some other tracks did the same. But once these guys get going and, take the green flag, we're going to ride on board with one of these guys so you guys can really see how difficult this track really can be. It's I'd say probably my favorite turn is probably not the tunnel turn. Tunnel turn is that turn 2. Let me show you that map once again. Bring it out here. Well, it doesn't want to show the map anymore. All right. Everything's so temperamental sometimes. Anyways, especially a triangle, but the tunnel turn is the turn 2 where we saw Rhett Tucker tag that outside wall. But you carry a lot of speed to that turn, but heading into that final turn, the big turn 3, you kind of can get down in there and you get in the center of the corner and get back in the gas as soon as possible, and you can come off that corner and you could head down into turn 1 in a cup car close to 200 miles an hour. Sometimes more than that. I think before they were hitting close to like 206, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong in that. I could be wrong. But your pole setter, Gabriel Ellison, getting a good start over Rhett Tucker, which he's gonna need, because Rhett Tucker just seems to be the guy that week in and week out sneaks up and makes it happen. Last week, Rhett Tucker was your winner at New Hampshire. See if he can't do it again tonight. Actually, let's see if is the pace car lights on. Let's try to see if the lights are on the pace car. Lights are not on, so I was going to talk to Gabriel Ellison, but we're going to wait on that one. We'll be sure to talk to Gabriel before, maybe on the caution. There will be a competition caution. Green flag is out. Gabriel Ellison gets a great start on that inside line. Gets up in front of Max Steck as Clinton Snead to the inside of Rhett Tucker. You see they start to fan out. This track is so wide. Max Steck trying to get a run. Down to the inside, Tucker pushes up just a little bit, trying to get around Clinton Snead. He is going to clear Snead right here. So now Rhett Tucker has gained one position so far. And it looks like Clinton Snead has dropped back quite a bit. Might be just taking it easy. It is a long race. 80 laps here at Pocono can really take a toll on you. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to ride along actually with Clinton Snead, so you guys can get a look at what these guys see and how this track handles. This is coming down the front stretch. We're going to ride for them for a full lap. Start finish line going down. Do I have somewhere? Trying to see. Yes, we're here. Oh, it's in kilometers. Never mind. I don't know how to read kilometers. Anyways. Yeah, that's not what we want. And coming down to turn 2, you're going to see he's kind of going to try to glide through this corner, get back on the gas right here, gets right back into it, comes out back to the wall, has a good draft going from Clinton Castleberry. Oh, catches Clinton Castleberry really fast. Tries to roll up a little bit, get back in the gas as soon as possible. Gets back into it much sooner than you would in turn 1 and 2. And coming back off the corner. And that's a lap around here at Pocono. Yeah, it looks like these cars are getting up to about 189 miles an hour going into that turn off that front stretch. But there you see, single file, one by one. These guys aren't taking any chances. Clinton Castleberry trying to go around Dylan Falovich here. Clinton Castleberry so far is your biggest mover of the race. Going to the inside. Clinton Castleberry now clears him entirely. Running in 4th position right now. This is the second pack. The pack up front is kind of distanced themselves by about 3 seconds. These guys week in and week out have done a fantastic job of bringing great racing to us here at 10-4 Broadcast. You want to thank everybody watching here tonight. Make sure you give the video a like, share the video with your friends, and keep coming back. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. So wherever you're watching us from, we thank you for the continued support. And, of course, thanks for coming to watch the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series here on 10-4 Broadcasting. I don't expect a lot of things. Actually, it looks like Justin Lumpkin just went around Dylan Falovich. Something happened with Falovich. He's been dropping back. He was in 5th place. Now drops back to 7th. Quite a few guys got a run in there. He may have had something wrong, but he just backed off. But Gabriel Ellison setting the pace here tonight. Has about a half a second lead over second and a 0.63 over 3rd place. Now it looks like Rhett Tucker's caught Max Steck going to the inside here. Trying to get around and lost that run. He's going to try again, maybe through the tunnel turn. We're going to watch this battle unfold. I think this front stretch is where Tucker's going to try to make his move right up on the back end of Max Steck. Try to go to the outside, but he's going to get a run. He's going to dive back to the inside maybe, but Max Steck got a pretty good run off the turn. That really killed the momentum for Rhett Tucker. And now Tucker running the lower line. Going to see if he can't get a run here. A really good run off a turn. He's going to dive to the inside. The preferred line going into that. Down to the inside. Through turn 2. Slides up in front of Max Steck. Clears him. And now Rhett Tucker's going to put his eyes on Gabriel Ellison here. They've already run lap 8. and they've already lost about, since the green flag, they've lost a whole second on lap times since the drop of the green flag. Max Steck doing a great job. He should be able tonight. Okay, look at this point standings really quick. Max Steck tonight should be able. He might be able to pass two people tonight. Put himself into 5th place in the championship battle. Oh, Clinton Castleberry. Something's happened to him. Not sure what happened. We're going to go back and take a look really quick. Something happened with Clinton Castleberry. So right here, maybe he just got in the wall and he called it a day. I'm not sure, but Clinton Castleberry off the pace and in the pits as Gabriel Ellison continues to lead here at Pocono. And now Clinton Castleberry, I believe, is one of the people in front of Max Steck in points. He's only ahead by 12 points. So, yeah, Max Steck might not be able to get enough points on him tonight, but he will pass Chris Cinnamon, who is not here tonight. As we're on lap 10 of 80. Now, Rhett Tucker doesn't look like he's really gained anything on Gabriel Ellison since he made that pass for 2nd place. Question is how long can these guys go on fuel? I should have looked into that before the race, but I did not. But this is a very big track. Looks like Clinton Castleberry has left the pits. He's back out on the track. Got whatever he needed to get taken care of. Looks like he's about 2 laps down. About 2.5 laps down. And I think now maybe I can show you what I was trying to show before. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Nope, doesn't want to work. Go through the field. Gabriel Ellison in first, Rhett Tucker in second with Max Steck in third. Clinton Snead sitting in fourth. He fell off the pace there at the beginning, but he's made his way back up. He's only lost 1 position since the drop of the green flag. Justin Lumpkin sitting in 5th position in that number 4. Running that car from Joe Nemechek. Back in the day, it was the Bell South. Dylan Falovich in 6th in that number 48. Brandon Bullock in 7th in that number 28. And Clinton Castleberry in 8th in that number 21. Lap 13 here. see if we can't find, looking for information on, oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for to give to you guys. So, Tricky Triangle, there's going to be 3 stages, 20, 20, and 40. 4 sets of tires, only 3 changes, max fuel is 75%. So it's going to be a long night for them. But while they are under green, we're going to take a break for a quick commercial break. Give a shout out to our main sponsor, Snead Competition Design. I want to give a huge thank you to them, and we'll be right back after this.
To build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And we are back here at Pocono. I do want to apologize if I sound a little different. I'm a little under the weather, not sure what's wrong, but that doesn't stop me from bringing the action to you guys week in and week out here at 10-4 Broadcasting. We really enjoy bringing these races to you because it's a fun time, and these guys make it fun. The interviews are great, and you really can't go wrong. We're going to be sure to get an interview here when they come to the end of stage 1, which will be here in about 4 laps. As Gabriel Ellison still leading here tonight. Rhett Tucker in second still. Really no changes to how these guys are running. They're all just kind of running their race, keeping it nice and steady. Falovich sitting in 6th. Brandon Bullock. Max Deck has really been showing that he is a force to be reckoned with. He's been able to stay with these 2 guys this whole race. It took a while for Rhett Tucker to even get around Max Deck. When he did get around him, Max Deck is from Long Island, New York, repping the NYC, driving that number 5. He's got a really nice line coming out of 2. He gets a really good, gains some ground on Rhett Tucker there, but then he gets back into it here, and I think he's going to have a really good run here coming off of turn 3. Oh yeah, really good run for Max Deck. He's going to go right to the inside of Rhett Tucker and just leaving him in the dust, really. Slides up in front of him, gets the pass done. Now he's just got to hold it, make sure he doesn't allow Rhett to get back under him, down by that yellow line. It looks like he's doing a great job, going to keep him behind him. Great job, Max Deck there, moving back up in the second, and also bonus points are at stake here for these guys. Wow, he is all over the back bumper of Max Steck. As they try to just get the cars to come back around, waiting for that competition caution. End of stage one, really. Lap 19 of 80 here tonight at Pocono. As we're watching these two guys battle out, let's take a look at their previous lap times between these two. Tucker has been running just a little bit slower than Steck the last 3 laps. You see those two about 3 laps ago is when Max Steck made that pass, and now to the inside, Rhett Tucker is trying to make that pass. Can he hold it? Doesn't look like he can. Max Steck still going to stay out in front of him. And this is the white flag for the stage right here. Tucker finally runs a faster lap than he does. Coming through 1 and 2. These two are battling for second position. Doing a great job. Tucker trying everything he can to get around him. Going into the tunnel turn, goes to the outside, pinches Max Steck down, but Max Steck's going to get back into the gas. And now, looks like Max Steck, white, it should be yellow flag right here. And the caution is out. Wow, what a great battle there for second between Max Steck and Rhett Tucker. These guys are probably relieved that a caution has finally come out. Let's see if we can't get a word with Max Steck really quick. Hey Max, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey Max, so you look like you have a really good car out there tonight. You got around Rhett Tucker there late in the end of the stage. Was able to bring home second place in the first stage. Tell us how the car is right now.
It feels pretty good. It gets real tight. I don't know if I have anything for Gabe, but I think me and Red will put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, I feel like the last couple laps he did get you on lap times, but just barely, not by much. And then you, for a solid 3 laps, was just chipping away at the lead that he had over you, and you got around him and brought it home, really. So it looks like you have a good points night. You also looks like you might jump up to about 5th in points too. So that's great.
Yeah, anything's better than the last couple weeks.
And we got what tonight and next week before the playoffs. So you're pretty much locked in top 15 or top 16, I mean, and you'll be able to go chase that championship.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the night here, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Yep.
That was Max Steck, driver of that number 5. Oh, I'm turning on too many things here. There we go. These guys are waiting to get to pit road. Actually, while we're waiting, we should let's talk to Gabriel Ellison, since he is the winner of stage 1 here at Pocono, really quick. Hey Gabriel, it's Tim. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey buddy. So, I didn't want to get you going to the pits, but it looks like I did. So
make sure I don't.
yeah, I don't want to get you over speeding. So you concentrate on that.
All right, we're good now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about the entry, not screwing it up.
Oh, see, for me, it's I got to get to the pits, so I don't talk to me until I stop. But bring home stage 1, solid run, really no competition from anybody. How's the car feel? It seems like it's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. It's pretty tight as you get into the run, but I mean that's expected. Them guys were racing behind me. That really helped me out a lot there. Didn't have much to worry about.
Yeah, that really did help a lot. And you don't have to deal with any lap traffic. The track is so big that, really there's nobody, unless they get into a wreck, you're really not going to catch anybody. But
Yep.
I had a question for you, but it went out the window. Oh, there we go. How far can you all make it on a tank of fuel?
About 25 or 26. So last stage you'll see some stops.
Okay. That'll get very interesting.
Yeah, it sure will. 'Cause I don't know what I'll do.
All right, well, good luck. And hopefully, we'll probably be talking to you later on in the race.
Hope so. Thank you.
All right, good luck, Gabe.
Thanks, man.
That was Gabriel Ellison, your winner for stage 1. Great job there. Driving that number 27 Chevrolet as they're coming back around to catch the pace car. Trying to see if they are going to be going green this time. If the pace car lights are out. Okay, pace car lights are still on. So we're going to go ahead and take a short commercial break. So we'll be right back after this. Of course, once again, a shout out to Buttkicker for being on this series. And these are some really long pace laps. Looks like they're about 2.5 minutes to get around this track under caution. But these guys are getting set to go. Getting set to go back green. You heard Gabe in that interview talk about the cars getting tight. It's as you go along in these runs here, it just gets really difficult to get the handling on these cars that you want. As these guys are coming back down to the green flag, pace car is off, and green flag is underway. Back here at Pocono. We're gonna do a crank it up while these guys are all together and going at it. So if you got headphones on or the TV on a sound bar, let's crank it up, baby. And we're back from the crank it up, or turn it up. I think I want to call it turn it up. Turn it up 10-4 style. Instead of crank it up so Fox doesn't come after me. But really interesting things. So Pocono actually opened in 1971. From 1971 to 1989, and from 2013 to 2019, the track hosted the IndyCar Series. So I imagine that was pretty wild, having these cars go around this track. But a lot of, let's see if we can't find a list of winners at Pocono, because that list is probably quite the list. Yeah, Pocono, here we go. The first winner. Oh, wow. Surprise, surprise. Actually, you know what? Everybody that's watching and has access to the chat, I just want you to post in the chat who thinks. Actually, I don't want you to Google it. I don't want you to ask Alexa or anything of that nature. I want you to tell me who you think won the first race here at Pocono Raceway. I'll wait to kind of see people give some answers, and I won't give it away right away. I just want to see what you guys think. I don't want to give the answer away. But the answer is Richard Petty, of course. Richard Petty won back in 1974 here at the Tricky Triangle. David Pearson won the year after that, and Richard Petty again, Benny Parsons, Darrell Waltrip. Actually, back then it was called the Coca-Cola 500 back in the 70s. The Purolator 500, the Mountain Dew 500. A lot of names that we're used to nowadays. I didn't even know there was Mountain Dew back in the 70s. Probably because I wasn't alive. But since then, it's since the late 90s, it's turned into the Pocono 500, Pennsylvania 500. Goes back and forth every year. But as of lately, like last year, it was called the Pocono Organics 325. So, and then an Exalta, and they even have a Windows 10 in 2015. But, yeah, that's the history of the track. I really, something I've not thought about is how they thought of making this a triangle instead of a normal oval. I mean, I guess back then, they had plenty of ovals. They're like, you know what, let's be different. I'm actually sure that I have information on that really quick. But here at this race, Gabriel Ellison still your leader by not much, only 0.24 over Rhett Tucker. And Clinton Snead now, let's talk about him. He's caught back up to this front pack and has been reeling them in ever since the drop of the green flag. Really just setting the pace, taking it easy, lap after lap, trying to come through. Rhett Tucker in second place with Max Steck in third. Clinton Snead sitting in fourth position. And right now there's a three-way tie for the biggest movers of the race between Rhett Tucker is up 2 positions, Justin Lumpkin up 2, and Brandon Bullock up 2 as well. Clinton Castleberry is only 1 lap back right now, so he's working on his way to get back up into the lead lap, which may very well happen when we come to the end of stage 2 here in about 5 laps. And so it looks like the track design was designed by the 1959 and 1962 Indianapolis 500 winner Roger Ward. Each turn has a unique design and is modeled after a turn at a different track. So turn 1 has a 14-degree banking modeled after Trenton Speedway. Trenton Speedway is in Trenton, New Jersey at the New Jersey State Fairgrounds. And turn 2 is an 8-degree banking known as the tunnel turn, and it was modeled after Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then our turn 3 banking was modeled after the Milwaukee Mile with 6 degrees of banking. Well, I guess we all learned something new here tonight, because I didn't know that. I mean, unless you all knew. And I mean, Max, you didn't tell me. Pocono, one thing, something I've not been listening to. Actually, I want to take a ride on board with Gabriel Ellison. I want to see if he's downshifting, actually. Let's take a quick listen. Doesn't sound like he's downshifting, but maybe through the tunnel turn. No, and maybe these cars don't have enough power like the Cup cars might. He's a little tight and loose there coming off the tunnel turn there. He's letting off going into turn 3 here. This is that Milwaukee Mile turn. Really kind of changes the way you got to drive this track, in all honesty. And look at that, Rhett Tucker is on the tail of Gabriel Ellison. Rhett Tucker trying to go to the outside here, going into turn 1. To the outside, side by side. This is the first challenge for the lead that we've had all night, coming here on lap 38. Rhett Tucker trying to hold that outside lane. Right now, Tucker's being scored your leader, but he's got to hold him off through the tunnel turn. Gabriel has the preferred line here, but Tucker able to hold him off, and that lets Max Steck really bring those two in as well. Now Max Steck looking to possibly go to the inside, lets off a little early to get back in the throttle right here. Try to gain as much momentum as he can on that number 27. As they come to the line for lap 39. And now Rhett Tucker leads his first lap of the race. These two have been going back and forth all season. And Rhett Tucker just is, he just sneaks up on him. And I believe Rhett Tucker on the season as of before tonight, 4 wins on the season. Gabriel Ellison 3. And third place Dylan Falovich has a win. Justin Lumpkin has a win. And I believe that's all your winners for tonight, or for the series. Most top 10s is going to go to none other than Gabriel Ellison with 9. Rhett Tucker has 8. So that's really the difference between those two. The fact that Rhett Tucker has 1 more win than Gabriel Ellison really just puts him over him. Let's see if I can't find. So actually for Rhett Tucker, he's had 11 starts, 4 wins, 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s. His win percentage is 36.36. His average start is 7.5. His average finish is 5.5. He's led 510 laps. He's got a total of 1,105 laps. That's impressive. He's almost led half of the laps that he's run. And let's take a look at Gabriel Ellison's stats here. I believe they're about to come to the checkered flag here for stage 2. And there it is. Stage 2 is complete. Rhett Tucker is your winner for stage 2. Congratulations, Rhett, bringing that one home. Let's see. Paul Steck says Max Steck's was at Pocono at first race. Or my parents used to have a winnable Go Brave, and we used to ride our mini bikes on the track. I still have stickers that used to be called Shafter 500 or Schaefer 500 at Pocono. That's awesome. Yeah, Max Deck is doing a great job. 3rd place right now. And that's great. I always wonder what it'd be like to have been at those original races when NASCAR was really booming and coming to the world, in all honesty, with the Pettys and the Yarboroughs. It had to be awesome to see those cars out there unregulated, basically drive them off the truck as they are. But here tonight, Rhett Tucker. Oh no, you all let me misspell a word. Y'all let me spell strange instead of stage. There we go. It's fixed. I wear glasses in case you all didn't know, so I don't always see everything. But pit stops are underway. Let's see if anybody tries anything. When we interviewed Gabriel Ellison on that last caution, he said they could go about 25 laps on a tank of fuel. So this last stage is going to be very difficult. Oh, 48 slides into his pits. Gets a little sideways. See who wins the race here off pit road. Oh, Rhett Tucker barely beats off Gabriel Ellison. Max Deck. Clinton Snead loses about 2 spots on that one. But while these guys are getting back up to the pace car, we are going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
We are back here at Pocono. Pace car lights are off. Just waiting for them to come back around to get the green flag as we start stage number 3. Rhett Tucker, your winner for stage 2. Congratulations on that. Gabriel Ellison in second and Max Steck in third. Clinton Snead finished fourth. But Clinton Snead has some issues on pit road. We'll see what happened there, see if he can't make that up. Green flag is back out here at Pocono. Rhett Tucker on the inside gets a good restart. Gabriel Ellison's typically been the one that has a good start, gets ahead of the field and takes off, but this last stage, Tucker was able to reel him in. And now Clinton Snead back there trying to make up the ground that he lost. Oh! Lumpkin gets loose, saves it. And Lumpkin's going to lose about 3 spots on that one. Clinton Castleberry, who was in that early incident where he ended up going on pit road, now on the lead lap back in this thing. Just behind Brandon Bullock as they're coming through that tunnel turn. And now Clinton Snead has his eyes set on Dylan Falovich. As they're single file heading off into turn 1. See if we can't ride on board here with Clinton Snead in that number 49. Clinton Snead's from Bristol, Tennessee. Oh, looks like he's going to try. He might be able to go 3 wide and take 2 spots right here. See if he's going to make it happen. Gets around Max Steck, goes to the outside. Now is he going to drop down, try to get around Dylan Falovich? He does. Goes to the inside here. He could go from 5th to 3rd right down the straightaway and up into 3rd. Clinton Snead is. He is on the move. As he clears both of them, now he has his eyes set on Gabriel Ellison and Rhett Tucker. At 46 of 80 here. Now we'll see if Gabriel Ellison is saving his tires to get around Rhett Tucker. Now here tonight, I don't think these guys are going to be able to stretch the fuel like they have at other tracks recently. Guys were, they get to the final lap and they didn't make it any further. And even at one point a couple weeks ago, Gabriel Ellison ran out of gas coming to the checkered flag, and that let Dylan Falovich pass by on the final lap to bring home that win. What a wild finish that was. But these two, all season, have really been battling out. Even they had an incident at a road course earlier in the season. I'm trying to remember what race that was. Pulling up my stat sheet here. That was at Road Atlanta. They had an incident where they were coming down to a stage battle, and they ended up touching and wrecking across the start-finish line, but Tucker ended up coming away with that win. That was one of his 4 wins before tonight. This is race 11. It's hard to believe that we're already 11 weeks into the season. They only have 5 more weeks to go. Looks like the season will conclude on April 14th at Atlanta. So once again, after tonight, next week we'll set our championship 16 after the Florida Sunset 250K. Going to be doing 45 laps there at the Daytona Road Course at night. So the fact that it's at night is going to be very interesting because these cars don't have headlights, but there's a lot of lights at Daytona. And then after that we head to Michigan, Chicagoland at night, and then Darlington at night. So in the next 5 weeks we've got 3 of those at the nighttime. The groundbreaking in 1971, Schaefer 500 provided 75,000 fans a day of practice for the first Schaefer 500 Pocono. That's awesome that you were able to be a part of that and know that information. That had to be awesome to be able to go to a track for the first time when it opened. I don't know many people that can say that. But here, lap 50 of 80, as they come across that start-finish line, Rhett Tucker once again leading this field. Comes down, I don't know if you want to call it the backstretch, but he's heading towards the tunnel turn. Do a quick check-in with Clinton Castleberry, who was a lap down earlier, has gotten back on the lead lap and now sitting in 5th position since the drop of the green flag on that before stage 3. Oh, Max Steck off the pace. Not sure if he got loose or something, but he's now dropping back, and Justin Lumpkin is getting on. Max Steck was running in 3rd position last stage, but he has had problems since the restart here. Oh, looks like the back of the car is stepping out a little bit. As he tries to get underway, he's lost 5 positions since the start of this race. That's not how he was running before. He was having a really good run. He seems to have lost the handling on the car. Checking with Brandon Bullock back in 8th. Driving that number 28 Havoline. Oh, Clinton Castleberry jumps to pit road. I wonder what he is trying to plan, because from here, it's about 27 laps to go, 28 laps to go. And I previously heard that you can go 25 laps on a tank of fuel. Or did a 14.75 pit stop, 4 fresh ones, full tank of gas. We'll see how this plays out for him. Strategy is underway. As we go back up front, Rhett Tucker is your leader with Gabriel Ellison in second. Clinton Snead still sitting in third. He's slowly reeling in these leaders. I've been watching him for a couple of laps now. He's kind of running just a tad bit higher line above these guys to try to get more momentum coming out of the turns. And so far it's working for him. He's less than a second back from our leader right now. Coming down to lap 54 of 80 here. And right now, Clinton Castleberry, I'm looking at to see his lap time this time by. See how much time he's actually gaining on these guys. Last time by, the leader, Rhett Tucker, ran a 56.83. See what Clinton's running. See if he's going to be able to possibly reel them in. Ran a 56.11, so he's about 7/10 faster than the leaders. 26 laps to go. Rhett Tucker is your leader. I want to make sure I give a shout out to Snead Competition Design. Be sure to check them out on the web at sneadcompetitiondesign.com. They do web design, data analysis, computerized or customized computer programming. So make sure you give them a call, or not a call, but contact them on their website. Fantastic website. Make sure you check them out. As Clinton Snead is still just slowly reeling them in. He's catching his first victim, Gabriel Ellison, here off of turn 2. And Dylan Falovich is not far behind him. About 0.20 back, and he keeps bringing him closer and closer. Coming down the start finish line, 24 laps to go. Going through 1 and 2, it feels like Clinton Snead is faster than Gabriel Ellison, and Brandon Bullock now second driver to come down pit road. Question is, when will these leaders make that decision too? Brandon Bullock stops and perfectly into his pit stops. And now Brandon Bullock's pulling off of pits at a 15.07 second pit stop. And Clinton Snead really bringing in his teammate Gabriel Ellison goes a little to the outside, a little too far high. I think higher than he wanted to go. Has to bring it back down and slow it up a little bit. And now he brings him back in. He is about he's behind by about 0.21. And now here's more pit stops from the leaders. Snead gets some great time catching up to Rhett Tucker there. Now Rhett Tucker and Clinton Snead are in the pits getting their car serviced, while Gabriel Ellison and Dylan Falovich stayed out on the track. But now from here on out, these guys can definitely make it. Question is, how much time can Clinton Castleberry make up? And oh no, all that time that was made up, Clinton Snead slides through the pits. That's going to cost him probably about 3 to 4 seconds. Because now Rhett Tucker's down and away, and Clinton Snead is just now down and away. Tough break for Clinton. He's now got to make up all that time out on the track, which is going to be very difficult to do. And now Gabriel Ellison and Dylan Falovich are on pit road along with Max Steck. Justin Lumpkin is your leader. He's still out there leading the pack. And now Clinton Castleberry is up to second place. He has a 1 second lead over Rhett Tucker. We were talking about this, how that was going to affect him. How much time would he gain on those leaders, on those fresh tires? It shows here now. Took him all the way to second place right now. Justin Lumpkin just went down pit road. He's now in the lead, or now in the pits. Clinton Castleberry is going to be your leader with 20 laps to go. But, you all knew there was a but. Rhett Tucker, sitting in second position right now, has fresher tires, and he's already caught Clinton Castleberry. He's cut that lead down. Clinton Castleberry won't lead that lap just because Lumpkin was a little bit further in pits. And now Justin Lumpkin is down and away from that. And Clinton Castleberry is going to move up the track and just let Rhett Tucker go to the inside. Those are two guys, or teammates here, running totally different strategies at the moment. And now Rhett Tucker has about a 2 second lead over Gabriel Ellison, who's in third, Dylan Falovich, who's in fourth, and Clinton Snead is in fifth. Clinton Snead, because of that error on pit road, has lost 7 seconds on the leader. That is an unfortunate mistake. I'll tell you, all the time in the world can be lost or gained on pit road. And now Justin Lumpkin back out on the track, sitting in 7th position. But Clinton Castleberry goes from 2 laps down to now up here. Was leading at one point, now sitting in second place until Gabriel Ellison catches him, who's less than a second back. And then Clinton Castleberry probably going to bring home a top 3 tonight. And now, since that we have cycled through pits, one more time before the end of the race. We're going to do a crank it up, or I say turn it up. A turn it up 10-4 style as Gabriel Ellison closes in on Clinton Castleberry. He's going to go to the inside here and make that pass. But let's go ahead and crank it up. Dylan Falovich reeling in Clinton Castleberry. I thought Castleberry had enough momentum or distance over Falovich to where he could stay in front of him, but I guess not. Because Falovich is reeling him in fast. As they're heading through the tunnel turn. It's going to be really exciting to see how this championship battle turns out. Heading into these final races here. And now Dylan Falovich has completed that pass on Clinton Castleberry. But Clinton Castleberry fights back to the inside. Not going to make it an easy pass. And now Clinton Castleberry passes him back. But now Falovich fighting back to the outside. Castleberry trying to hold his ground. Just not enough there. Coming off of turn 3, Clinton Castleberry is going to fall behind Dylan Falovich as they cross the line for lap 13 to go here at Pocono. Gabriel Ellison less than a half a second behind Rhett Tucker. Take a look at their lap times. Ellison has been faster for the past 5 laps by about 0.2 every lap. So right now Ellison is gaining on Tucker, and we're going to see this time by when they cross the start finish line what kind of lap time Ellison runs again. And once again, Ellison faster than Rhett Tucker. So Rhett Tucker is going to have to find some speed or change his line to get Ellison to lose Ellison's tail. Because at this rate, he's going to be closed in and around him very shortly. But while these laps wind down, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
To build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And we are back here at Pocono. 10 laps to go. These two have been fighting it out every week. And yet again, Tucker is your leader. And that last lap, Tucker was finally faster than Ellison. So maybe Ellison has lost all of his mojo. See this time by. Well, yep, and yet again, Tucker beats him this time by, but not by much. Nine laps to go. Week in and week out, Tucker is just a machine. But Gabriel too. Like, they both just, I've not seen them struggle at any tracks. Where one's good at, they're both good at. I actually wanted to look at Gabriel's stats. So this is interesting. Gabriel has only led 184 laps, which is significantly less than the laps that Tucker has ran. But this time by, looks like, okay, so the last 2 laps, Ellison's really turned it up and been able to reel Tucker back in. What if these 2 wreck coming to the checkered? They're both locked into the championship playoffs. So it wouldn't surprise me. Ellison going to the inside. Gets around Tucker. Does Tucker have anything to give him back? Tucker is trying his hardest. Goes back to the inside. Gets a huge run. 6 laps to go, side by side, heading into turn 1. Ellison gives him all the room in the world, and now Tucker gets around Ellison. This is going to go back and forth every single lap. Tucker was faster. I'm sorry, Ellison was faster the last 3 laps, but Tucker was still somehow able to get around him. I think this time by, Tucker will have the fastest lap this lap. Yep. Just because of that pass that he made, he had so much momentum. Five laps to go. Question is, who is going to be able to bring home the trophy? Take you through the rest of the field really quick. Make sure we're not going to miss anything up front here. Of course, Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison in 1-2. 4 laps to go this time by. And we got Dylan Falovich in 3rd, just coming out of turn 3. Max Steck in 4th. Clinton Castleberry has fought back to a 5th position. Clinton Snead just behind him in 6th. Justin Lumpkin in 7th. And Brandon Bullock in 8th. These guys continue to chip away. With 4 laps to go. And now Tucker seems to be comfortably in front of Clinton Snead. I'm sorry, Gabriel Ellison, who is Clinton Snead's teammate. Three laps to go. Let's take another look at the lap times. Gabriel Ellison again slower than Rhett Tucker that time by. Ellison's probably giving his car everything he's got right now. Right now, Tucker only has a 1-race lead, winnings over Gabriel Ellison. Ellison wants to try to keep that tight. Between the two of these guys, they've won over half of the race. And there's a battle back here for 5th place. Clinton Snead and Clinton Castleberry. Two laps to go. Snead has been faster than Castleberry each lap, but this time by, looks like Castleberry was faster by .097, but back up front, Rhett Tucker continues to extend his lead. This time by, white flag is in the air. And that time by, Ellison was a little bit faster. It's going to come down to this. If there's any mistakes, it doesn't look like he's about a half a second away. Oh, and Clinton Castleberry dives off into the pits. He must have been almost out of fuel. That is unfortunate. Looks like it does not pay off for him. Yep, I can hear the sputtering. Oh, just a lap too short. Rhett Tucker looks like he's going to bring home the 5th win of the season through turn 3. Just has to make it through this turn, come down across the start-finish line. And now it looks like Rhett Tucker, win number 5 on the season here at Pocono. Fantastic job by everybody. First place, Rhett Tucker, Gabriel Ellison in second. Dylan Falovich coming across the start-finish line for 3rd place. Max Steck comes home in 4th place. Clinton Snead comes home in 5th place. Justin Lumpkin coming in at 6th place. Brandon Bullock coming in at 7th place as he's making his way through turn 3. And Clinton Castleberry still on pit road, just now leaving pits. He's down and away. He'll be making his way around. But Rhett Tucker brings it home yet again. Another win on the season. Great job all around in that Tucker camp. That's what we'll call it. Sherry was here tonight, of course, cheering Rhett on. But while we wait for him to keep tearing it up, we're going to talk to Dylan Falovich. Dylan coming home in 3rd place. Solid run here tonight at Pocono. Take us through how your race went.
Well, I was slow at first, so then I figured save a set of tires at the end of the first stage. Then was slower in the 2nd stage. And then 3rd stage, it's like, okay, yeah, let's try something different, and it worked. Good enough to get P3, I guess.
Hey, I'll take P3 any day.
Yeah, it's always a nice one. I thought I messed myself up on that pit stop because I was a little bit in front of the a little bit overshot, and I wouldn't go in the reverse, so it cost me about a second or two, but I guess got lucky at the end.
And that's all that counts. You brought it home in 3rd place, running that number 48. And I think you are, sorry, I've got so many tabs open here from information. You're 3rd in points. You're locked in for the championship.
Yeah.
Next week we go to the road course, and then kind of tell me How do you feel about the playoff races? Like, how comfortable are you? We go to Michigan, Darlington, and then Chicagoland.
Darlington, I love it. It's one of my favorite tracks. Chicago, probably one of my favorite mile and a halves. I tend to be hit or miss there, so that's a little bit. Michigan, I feel like I can run decent, but I don't think I can be towards the front. The other two, I feel more confident at. But Atlanta, that's a different story.
How do you feel about Atlanta?
I love it.
Okay, that's
It's one of the only tracks I love more than Darlington. You're bumpy, you're moving, you gotta save tire. It's loose, it's off throttle. I love it.
Pit Road is the words I can't
Hardest
say. Yeah,
Hardest pit road to get onto in any NASCAR track. Hardest pit road.
hands down. That the banking and when you come down to the apron, it's
You got that
so
giant
hard.
bump.
Yeah.
You always gotta slide that brake bias back.
Oh yeah, it's wild. Well, I'm excited for your third place finish tonight. Excited for the championship run that you're gonna give, because you've been pretty much third place all season, just right behind these two, Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison. So we'll get a reset after next week at Daytona Road Course, and you already have a win on the season. So that's a plus. And I think, where was that win at? That's what I was trying
Kansas.
Kansas,
mileage.
that's right. Which is almost kind of like Chicagoland. So, yeah, just a little bit.
Hopefully.
So,
Hopefully enough.
anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Zero X designs for this paint. Team Dangerous. Sixer couldn't make it. Tony Smith, so that sucked. But that Clinton for putting this on, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, once again, congratulations, Dylan, and good luck, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
That was Dylan Falovich coming home in third place here tonight. And now we're going to get a word with Gabriel Ellison coming home in second place here tonight. Gabriel, I really thought that pass that you made on him in the final stages, I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was, your hoorah, and then just kind of take me through what happened there at the end.
Yeah, so I was pushing very hard to catch him, and I think if I could have kept the position when we went too wide in the one, I think I could have had it there. But there's a bump on right in the middle of the track in the middle of one, and I just caught that thing terrible. I had to check up, and he just cleared me big time. I could never get back to his bumper. Yeah, that was a really good run there. If I'd have pinched down, maybe I could have kept it side by side, and then we could have saw what happened. But yeah, I had 69% on the right front there, and that was only 20 laps. So I definitely drove I was pushing about as hard as I could without killing them to catch him, because when we come out of the pits, I was 2.5 back or something.
Yeah.
So he pit a lap early. That gave him a jump on me. Yeah, that was a good run there. I wish I could have got that one, but it's good racing. So.
Well, you and Clinton Snead, I believe you guys are really fast tonight. And Clinton Snead was up there, your teammate. He was close to the front, had that mishap on pit road, and he probably would have been right up there with you.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to plan it out, and he ended up going with Rhett, but he missed his box, I think, and then I think he caught the wall or something.
Yeah, but he did a great job going to the pits because he had gained so much time on Tucker. I was like, this is going to be huge. And then the mistake, unfortunately, took it all away from him. But you guys, every week, show up, show out. And you were kind of sticking with Rhett there on the wins. But now he's 2 ahead of you. I'm not sure what's going to do for points. You're locked into the championship, so that's all that matters. Or the playoffs. I keep saying championship. Next week we have Daytona. How do you feel about the tracks for the playoffs?
Pretty good. It's Darlington, Michigan, and I can't remember the other
Chicagoland.
one. Chicago. Okay, yeah. They're all bigger tracks. Those are tracks I do the best at, so I feel pretty good about those. Next week's the Daytona Road Course.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about those. That's not my strongest suit, but it's really fun driving these cars around that road course because they're so loose at all times.
Right. Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Clinton for Clinton Snead putting the series on. Snead Competition Design. Shout 10-4 you for broadcasting there, and then thanks to everybody at NASRA for putting it all together.
All right. Well, congratulations again on second place. We'll see you next week as we set the field for the playoffs. I think it's going to be exciting.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Thanks, Gabriel.
Thanks, man.
That was Gabriel Ellison finishing here second place tonight. And once again, I think we should have just a whole segment of just talking to Rhett. That's what we're going to call it.
We got her done.
Rhett Tucker brings it home again here tonight. What happened on qualifying? Because it didn't seem like you had a very good qualifying run.
Well, I was making dinner all through practice, so those were my first laps.
Ever at Pocono?
In this car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't complain. I was telling them in the race, I was using stage 1 to kind of feel the track out and feel the car. This thing is just, it starts off loose and ends up tight.
Well, you brought it home. Was there any time in the race where you thought maybe you might have lost it? When Gabriel there passed you near the end of the race, I was like, I think this might be it. Only because he had a couple of laps fresher tires than you did, but you were able to.
Yeah, that's Mr. Consistency, man. I'm always worried when I see my time getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I guess, I don't know, I'm trying to just learn how to manage my leads because I always find myself in that position. But I guess he hit a bump in turn 1 and it either scrubbed enough off or he used all of his stuff up trying to get me that I was able to keep her out front.
Yeah, because
without hitting a wall. Usually I hit a wall when I do that.
Yeah, after the pit stops, he was about 2.5 seconds back. It's a pretty decent-sized lead, and I thought Clinton Snead there was going to be able to get a good run out of pit road when he came in with you because he got right up to your back bumper, which gained a lot of time.
He slid right through his box, though. I saw that.
Yeah, that was I've done that. I get so frustrated when I do that because I know that it ruins everything. But once again, great run by you tonight. Another win. One more race until the playoffs. How do you feel? I mean, you got to feel great going to the playoffs.
I do now. I needed some points. I don't know what points are going to be like after this, really, because Gabe was right behind me and he beat me by 2 spots on stage 1. But I don't know. I need to build my cushion back up. I gave away a lot of points last couple of weeks.
Well, once again, congratulations on your win tonight at Pocono. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Thank you, man. You, 10-4 Broadcasting, Clinton Snead for putting this on every week. NASRA, my team, Clint Castleberry, Malware Bytes, Prosper Engineering, and Primary Jeeps, Hummers, and Argos.
Do you have a shirt that has all your sponsors on it by any chance?
No, I don't, but that would be cool.
I was sitting here, I was like, does he have them all sitting on his shirt? He's just looking down and just listing them off.
No, I don't.
Well,
thank you, Track Racer, Thrustmaster, AMD. I forgot the other sleeve, bro.
It got too hot. You rolled it up. That's what happened. Well, once again, congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week at Daytona.
Thank you, bro.
And once again, that was Rhett Tucker, your winner here tonight. As always, want to give a huge shout out to Snead Competition Designs. Brings you guys the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series. One more race until the playoffs start at Daytona Road Course next week. 45 laps right here on 10-4 Broadcasting, 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. It's the final race before we set the field for a 3-race shootout to see who's going to race in the Final 4 at Atlanta. But until next time, from everybody here at 10-4 Broadcasting,